Hello, everyone. This is Ted Check, Public Relations Manager for the International Foundation for Protection Officers. I'm here with Kevin Palacios. He is the Vice Chair of the IFPO's Board of Directors. He's a very active member of the security industry in Latin America. And Kevin, welcome, and it's great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I'm very excited to talk about the digital credentialing initiative here at the IFPO.
Right. That is the topic. That's why we're gathered here tonight. This was a new thing that we announced, not that long ago. I guess a few weeks ago on IFPO.org that the organization was going to be offering digital credentialing to all of its members, whether it's individuals or organizations, because we have individual memberships and we have agency or organization memberships, and also anyone who has earned a certificate through the IFPO. So Kevin, yeah, I think a lot of people might have seen that and wondered, what is that all about? A digital credential? How can that be? I've always gotten the piece of paper and framed it in mahogany and put it up on my wall. How is it any different?
Well, welcome to the 21st century, I guess.
There we go.
Right now, the digital credentialing is the way the whole education industry is going to. This is a way for people to show, to have an evidence of their competency via a document that can be shared, can be actually used in your social networks. Plus, yeah, the idea of having a digital credential will basically bring lots of benefits to everyone involved.
Great. So, and this is a it's free of charge essentially. I mean, there's no added charge for this service. Is that correct?
Yes, the foundation is going to cover all costs for emitting those digital credentials.
Okay, and the other thing I'm thinking back to when we announced it, it is protected by the individual who holds that credential, so only that person can give permission to others to view that credential. Is that do I understand that right?
So the digital credentials are issued by a third party, which is actually one of the largest digital credentialing organizations in the world. They have all security measures to keep the privacy of information. Plus, of course, digital credentials are also protected by a blockchain security. So basically, anyone that receives a credential is able to either make it private or public.
Oh.
And when you share it as a public document, then the benefits start, because then anyone, a recruiter, your colleagues, or even with your family and friends, they can actually see your credential. You can actually share it in social networks, and anyone that is interested to know about your competencies or your affiliation can actually verify these documents. So you can actually go into a website through a personalized QR code, and you can check whether that person has a valid credential and what levels of competency they have achieved.
That I was just thinking about that. That's really great because, not that everybody would do this, but, sometimes folks, they might say things on their resume that aren't 100% correct. Unfortunately it happens. So this is the avenue, or this is the manner in which you can check that out. You can make sure that, that what they're saying is true, that it's legitimate.
Absolutely. Plus, well, you know, and everyone knows that you are competent, and well, you have a proof of competency when you pass the evaluation that the certification does. But that competency basically lasts for a given time, a given period. So in the case of IFPO, we retest or we recertify people every 2 years. So this will also help you and everyone be reassured that the person that holds a certification has recertified, therefore has its competencies up to date.
Oh, okay, yeah, they have a current certification, not one that's expired.
Exactly.
Got it, got it. And you can also take this certification and you can add it to, I think if I understood it right, you could add it to other things like, say, like your LinkedIn. You could have it live there as well.
Absolutely. Well, you can actually add it as a signature in your emails. You can also add it to all your social networks. And especially, well, this specific service that we are using right now is very friendly with LinkedIn. So you're able to share through your network. Well, LinkedIn is the preeminent professional network, so this is great, yeah, to show your achievements. Well, it gives you also some bragging rights,
Hmm.
so everyone will be able to know what you have accomplished. You can share, you can comment, and well, right now most recruiters and most human resources professionals, they actually look at that information online, and therefore well, that it gives you also those benefits.
Yeah, and you mentioned human resources. I mean, it saves them time, rather than calling, I don't know, the University of Nebraska and saying, "Oh, did so and so? Where are they a graduate there?" Or going through records or whatever. It seems like a very easy way to verify things.
Exactly, exactly. Plus, well, it's rather interesting because well, when you get your credential, as I told you before, you have a QR code,
Oh,
and that makes it even easier because you can just share an image with your QR code, and anyone can very objectively, well, just scan this QR code and go into your personalized page where it shows which certifications you have and all of that.
hmm, that's great. And I think you might have said, when we were talking on by email, that the IFPO has already issued some of these digital credentials. Is that right?
Yeah, we started a few weeks ago. As a matter of fact, we have had a tremendous success. Well, we had well, today, 15th of February, already issued almost 600 of those credentials. So
Wow.
out of those credentials, it's rather interesting because about what 60% of them, the recipients have engaged with the credentials. So they have shared them, they have added them into their LinkedIn profiles, Facebook profiles. Um, well, you can actually also download a PDF copy of your credential if you want a hard copy. If you can even have it printed if you want so.
Mhm.
Um, but it's really, really interesting because it has actually allowed our members and certificates to engage as well
Mhm.
socially and to
Oh,
share, and
wow.
it's rather cool. Yeah.
Great, great. So we're probably going to see more of this. Uh, in various industries, I would guess it's just going to be more common, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, most universities, most prestigious educational institutions, they have already moved into digital credentialing.
Oh, okay.
So we are, as a matter of fact, one of the the first organizations in our industry that has moved into this system. Yes, indeed, we're going to see a lot more digital credentials in the future. And well, for us, for IFPO, this is sort of a transitional time. We expect to have everyone that has a certification or that has a member, everyone to be issued a digital certification by the end of the year.
Okay. Wow. How about that? So once again, the IFPO is kind of at the vanguard of the industry. So it's that's great news, for anyone who's associated with the IFPO, myself included. That's great to hear.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can actually again show your competency and have a proof, well, or an evidence of your accomplishments and where you are in this career pathway by showing your digital credentials and badges.
Hmm. Um, I think do you have any examples kind of at the ready that I got to admit to you, I'm not the best with the technical aspects of Zoom, but I know there's a way that we can share screens and things like that. I don't know if there's anything that you kind of had at your fingertips that you could show.
Sure. If you excuse me just a second, let me just
Sure.
go into the dashboard, and I am able to show you some of them.
Okay.
So just to have an idea, let me find mine.
I don't know if there's
Okay.
anything I need to do on my end because I do have a share screen option here, but I don't know if would that help you or
No, no, don't worry.
okay.
I have it right here, and let me see. Here we go. So what you can see right
Oh, there we
here,
go.
yeah, right now. Well, this is my actual digital certificate of membership. So as I told you, well, it has the QR code where you can actually just scan and go into it. Well, you're seeing right now the dashboard itself. So well, you have all these data, which of course is used by the system to ensure that the certificate is valid and so on.
Right.
And well, this is the a sample of the actual certificate, and this is the sample of the badge. Yeah.
Hmm.
So a badge is something quite new, I guess. It's a bit of a trend nowadays. People tend to like to share their badges because they're more visual. Yeah, and you can just have your badge in any again your Facebook publications or in your LinkedIn or you can even Instagram it, Twitter it, or whatever.
Hmm. Oh, okay. So that in addition to the certificate, we've got the badge. Okay. So that's
Exactly. You get the certificate and the badge. Yeah. Plus, of course, when anyone goes into the web page where you have your certificate or your badge, there you also have a lot of information about what this is about. Yeah. So again, it saves lots of time because again, for a recruiter or a human resources professional, it will be pretty valuable to just go into the website and they can actually read about what this is about, what competencies you have completed, and you can even actually have a list of the skills that you have
ah,
attained. And as a matter of fact, well, there is also going to be a link where you can actually see you can actually see more information about the IFPO, and you can actually also contact the organization. So if any of your friends or colleagues wants to also join IFPO or go into one of our certification programs, well, they have the whole information. Yeah,
great. Yeah. So all that text that's right there
exactly.
has to do with it gives information about the membership, what it means to be an IFPO member. Looks like.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. This is very user friendly as well. Well, I normally have my web browser in Spanish language, so it actually translates a lot of the information into Spanish. So well, if you receive it in another country
Hmm.
with a different language, then there's also going to be very easy, very friendly because you get the information again translated and you get lots of interesting stuff in there.
Well, that's great. That is fantastic. And so with this, so you get an account with a Credible.
Exactly.
Well, the
That's
company's accredible, but it's also credential.net. So you could, if you earn other certificates or degrees, let's say from a
exactly.
university, those can be added as well to this. Is that right?
All certifications that are issued by Credible get stacked or added there. So well, here on the right, you can actually even see all the different certifications that IFPO has already yeah, well designed into the system.
Hmm.
And you can actually also see which other credentials an individual has. Yeah. So for instance, this is mine, and you can see, well, that I have my member, I have my CPO, I have my CPOI right there. So so I get all my educational information and background right there in just one web page.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Um, Excellent. So, Kevin, anything else about this about the digital credentials that you think we should know about um, that we haven't gone over yet?
The well, the digital credentials are certainly going to bring a lot of again benefits to the professional itself, to the individual, to the organizations as well, because it will save everyone time to verify, to double check anyway your CV or whatever information you have in there.
Mm.
It actually is also a great way to eh, engage with fellow members and fellow certificates, because you are going to start seeing a lot of these in all social networks. So just
Hmm.
feel free to tag a IFPO and to comment. Plus, again, it's going to be very visible. It's going to be very open, and yeah, I guess that is going to bring a lot of attention to what is very needed, yeah, which is knowledge, yeah, knowledge to protect. That's what we want to showcase here.
Absolutely, yeah. That's our motto. So that's what the IFPO is all about. Um, and always, kind of staying, as I said, on the forefront of various ways that that people learn. And so and this is just another I think it's just another tool, you know, um, to help communicate that and to just make things easier for folks and just stay at the forefront of things.
Absolutely. Well, we at IFPO, I know if you mentioned that, but well, I also been appointed as a president of the certifications board. We are also doing some great advancements regarding our certification program itself. We are in the process of becoming ISO 17024 compliant. So digital credentials are also really great in that sense, because they are also a public objective evidence of competency that can be shared and can be used to well, again, showcase or advancements.
Hmm.
Plus, of course, we are now in the process of also developing a complete competency model. So it will be a full career pathway.
Mm.
And indeed, yeah, the having these credentials and having them public as they are right now will actually ensure that everyone will know how you have advanced in your career. Yeah, how have you gone through all the different ranks of operative, tactical, and strategical positions. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, we have a great, bright future ahead of us.
Well, that's great. You heard it here first, folks, because this is news to me. But that is great news, Kevin, and we'll have to do more on that. We'll have to communicate that to the public. Some more details on that, because that's very exciting news.
Yeah, those are programs we're working on anyway. And as soon as we have them completed, of course, you will be one of the first ones to hear about this.
Excellent, excellent. Well, hey, Kevin, I did want to take a little bit of time to talk to you about you, uh, and kind of because you and I we've never interacted except on email, and since we are the International Foundation for Protection Officers, you're in another part of the world. You're in Latin America, Ecuador, and so yeah, I just wanted to get from you a sense of how you got involved in the industry, and what your work in Latin America entails.
Sure. So anyway, yeah, this is a very international organization. I'm very proud of that. I feel very welcome, really, and I see that we are making great steps into having this as a real global standardized organization. In my case, as you mentioned, well, I'm in Latin America. I've been in the security industry for 25 years now, in many different positions. I started really my career at the very earliest part as a protection officer. Really, I did some executive protection. I did some supervising, and then I moved into a bit of a management position. So I've gone through anyway. It's quite a lengthy career now that I look back. But yeah, I've gone through all different positions. I've been a service provider. At some point, I had my security services companies that I did provide services with, and also I've been in the other side. Also, being in the corporate world. So I'll say I have a pretty rounded up idea of what the security industry is about.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this is I see it as a smaller world. Yeah, day by day. Yeah, and now with all these digital tools, you can really very easily be in touch with your colleagues and friends from everywhere in the world. And yes, as you mentioned, I believe that IFPO is really one of the fastest growing security associations in the world, and we are making some very firm steps into making this a very international organization. Yeah. We have right now board members from Europe, Latin America, and in little time as well, we're going to create some committees to welcome even more international fellows to add into the organization.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great. Right. And I know we've made some inroads into the Middle East as well. Um,
Africa, Middle East, we have
oh,
a strong
Africa.
presence in Europe, in different parts of Europe as well.
Mhm.
So indeed, when we talk about the security industry, we must admit that this is a very international industry, and yeah, we are making great efforts, as I told you, into standardizing knowledge, skills, competencies altogether. We're making great efforts into welcoming members, new members every day from every corner of the world. And yeah, with these digital tools, we are basically bringing us together and being stronger every day.
That's great. That's great. Well, Kevin, I wanted to thank you for your time. It's really been eye-opening for me to learn about this, to learn about digital credentials. And so I'd like to encourage everybody out there, if you're considering joining the IFPO as a member, if you're considering, signing up for one of our certificate programs, please do, and know that digital credentialing will go along with that. That'll be an added bonus for you. So you can you know, be so you can be up on the technology, and not be left behind in that regard. And it really will just open up a wealth of benefits for you. So thanks again, Kevin. Really appreciate it. Great
You're
to talk with you.
welcome. You're welcome, Ted. And I was very glad to be here, and I will be glad to if you invite me anytime in the future.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty more topics that we can talk about in the future. So that'll be great.
Absolutely.
All right.
Have a good evening. Yeah.
Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.